Hey guys, welcome back to small Rory McIlroy PGA Tour and part 10 of our career mode. The final episode that it's going to be, for reasons which I explained in the last episode. I know people are disappointed about it, but ultimately I've got to do what's right for the channel, the long-term future of the channel, and the best way to do good at YouTube is to produce content that people enjoy, and as much as you guys do, not enough people come back and tune in every time. So yeah, it is a shame, but we're gonna hopefully go out on a high today in this final round of the EA Sports Spring Invitational, the first major of the year, and see if we can really give this a good fist. And you know, we were 5 shots back yesterday. We're gonna have to come out with some incredible golf if we are to win this.
Final round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Well, this is one of my favorite tournaments of the year. It's the EA Sports Spring Invitational, and just a stunning golf course. It's Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. And Frank, we're in for quite a day.
We are. We're going to see the decision-making processes of some of the fine players out there today. And the reason why I say that, Rich, is because there's so much elevation here at Wolf Creek, so you're going to have to make those adjustments on the downhill and the uphill. Club selection decisions, and of course the one that does that the best is more than likely the one that's going to come out on top.
Oh, a nice straight drive to open the day. That's what we like to see. Very good.
Oh, it's perfect. That is a huge opening tee shot.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
This could be good. Is it going to bounce on? Not quite. But should be an easy birdie chance.
Frank,
that's the way we go to look at this.
Absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers
Okay.
don't seem to be in play. The only thing
Happy
we're
with that.
looking at right now is just the flag.
You can't hide the flag stick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
And it's there. Good start of the day. We're a shot under, and that is exactly what we wanted. 3 under par.
It's got a nice look to it. Like a who's who.
Frank, there's so many impressive holes here at Wolf Creek, but the second really stands out.
Yeah, that tee box, is it 9 stories high? It's hard to imagine you can tee up that high, and obviously trying to judge distance is one thing, but also just the visual that you get.
It's pretty good.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Now the second shot here to this par 4 second.
Well, you took some yardage off that tee shot because it's playing downhill, and the second shot you might have to add a little bit on because it's going to play slightly back up the hill. Green has 3 different levels. It's very important you get the ball on the right level. That bunker on the right, if you come out of it a little bit because that second shot's slightly uphill, there could be a little bit of a problem, especially if the flag's all the way in the back.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem.
Unlucky there. Just overcompensated very slightly and paid the penalty. So 4 shots off the lead.
The third, first of the short holes here at Wolf Creek. Uphill shot, Frank?
Yes, it's going to play a little longer because of that. Then it's 227 yards off the back tee. Hard to imagine you have a par 3 in amongst this desert, and really that's all it is. Tee and green. There's not much in between. Well protected, as you can see by those bunkers, and this green a little smaller than what you'd like for a hole that's around that 230-yard mark.
Settles in over the putt.
Not bad.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. So a tester from 4 feet.
There we go, striking this very lovely at the moment.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Here at the 4th, 383 yards from the back tee. It's a dogleg right, but Frank, looking at all of those bunkers, you could really make a mess of this hole if you stray.
You can. That's why you've got to simplify it. Just something there that's going to find the fairway. Even like 3-wood and a wedge, that's really all this hole's going to require. Avoid the canyons on the left and in the desert, as well as just, I don't know how many bunkers there is on the right side. So a little bit of fairway up the left, find that there, and really you should be looking at a birdie putt.
Perfect. Just a pure strike. Perfect result.
And we've got off to a very, very good start here. Got a slight chance of birdie here, and there we go. We put it in, and that is exactly what we wanted.
Starting to climb the leaderboard now. 4 under par for the tournament with yet another birdie. Now to the par 5 fifth hole. Cut it over the ridge here, Frank?
Well, if you can, if you dare. And there is actually a stream here. I know we're in the middle of a desert, but if you can clear that stream, that's the main thing. This is a crazy looking tee shot because it looks like you want to go down that left, down that canyon area, but if you don't know the exact distance you fly the ball, then you're going to be in lots and lots of problems. Those collection of 3 bunkers down the right side, as long as you can avoid that, then that second shot to this par 5, that's not overly long, it's just under 500 yards, is certainly reachable. Second shot will play uphill to a elevated green with, once again, 3 different levels.
Now his third, staring right at the green.
It's pretty good.
Good chance.
Another birdie chance.
For a birdie.
He was so precise coming in, and the measurement is 9 feet away.
Oh,
wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
Could use this. Putt for par.
Never mind.
We'll
move on. The leaders are out. Spieth up there.
Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the Billy Goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a Billy Goat come the end of the day.
Come on.
Sure. The huge elevation changes once again are apparent here at the 6th. Tis a dogleg to the right, not really a driver unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play or that little stream that cuts across. Second shot, a little bit uphill. Those bunkers are really where you shouldn't go. We all know that. And this green is anything other than flat. A fun-looking hole, too, and a fun hole to play.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is...
It's not too bad, actually, from where we were. I'm happy with that.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
That'll do. Just hold it.
How good
That's
was
fine.
that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
It's there. Very important that we got that. And we keep the charge going.
They'll take it. That's a par.
Spieth already 1 under for the round.
Frank, a very short par 4 here at the 7th, but not one you're going to try to hit off the tee?
No, unless you can fly the ball sort of 300 yards on the nose and stop it within sort of 5 or 6 yards, it's really too risky. This green is not very deep, just sort of 10 or 15 yards in depth. It's just a layup hole, but layup hole just it simply doesn't mean grab a club and hit it down the fairway. The best way to play it is to try and hit the ball right on the number. And where I mean by number, I mean the full shot yardage for your second shot, even if that only is a sand iron.
So
Oh,
Frank,
that's
out of the
annoying.
bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Shouldn't be a problem here.
Just giving ourselves a bit extra to do here, but once again we hold ourselves together and get the par.
Well read.
Patrick Reed leading the way.
Frank, the par 3/8 really is Wolf Creek in a nutshell. It's hard and it's really pretty.
It is, and it's really long too. Just under 250 yards off that back tee. Slight bit of elevation.
Oh, we need a bit more. We need a bit more. No.
If you're a little...
Oh, that is devastating.
That water is looking rather intimidating.
But luckily for us, I think we've got a putt.
It's now the third shot.
I know it's not easy, but it's not the worst thing we've ever been given. Too hard. So this is where the round falls apart.
This hole is really getting the best of them for bogey once again.
Good putt.
Oh, yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
Oh, just eat that up.
Set to round out the front side here at Wolf Creek with a par 4.
Fun hole for the big hitter, too. They can really take advantage of this. The last fairway bunker down there on the right side is just over 300 yards to get over it. And longer hitters could nearly drive it in the green side bunker on the right. So just tee it up there. You're playing desert golf for a reason. Enjoy it. Just have a little flick in here. And chance, too, to have a little birdie at the end of your front 9.
Ooh, I like it.
Can't hide the flag stick from that man. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
And it's there. And that makes up for the last hole. Back to 3 under. 4 under, sorry. 4 shots off the lead.
Excellent front side. Trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully. Hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going?
So we really need to tighten up again.
Yards, isn't it?
In the fairway, it's lined nicely, and 180 yards left. Good swing,
okay.
Good shot yet again. Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot. Par yesterday.
Look at this.
Now for birdie.
I think we actually putted this the other round, didn't we?
Tough game.
Not this
Frank.
time.
You can hit 300-yard drives and miss 3-foot putts.
Yeah, there's the ecstasy, and that's the agony.
Just 5 feet left.
Crazy.
No,
What a crazy hole
that's
this
not
is.
The way you want to start the back 9. Missed putt, bogey, and a drop shot.
We finally make it. And well,
They didn't have any openings.
you can see the disappointment right there.
Basketball, because, I mean, this is just brutal to watch. We're here at the downhill par 3 11th hole. Frank, it's 215 yards from the back tee.
This hole certainly is not for the faint of heart. When you look at that tee shot, you think, oh my God, what do I do from here? But remind yourself, it's 215 yards and really only about 160, 170 yards to green grass again. But it's 215 yards. That should be the club that you're trying to pick. Green's big enough, just persuade yourself. Try not to look at the canyon and the desert. There is a green down there. The hole is playable.
Come on. Once again, cancel out the bogey.
Chalk that up as a birdie for the scorecard. Now to the par 5 12th. Pretty big hole with a really big green.
And a really good blue area to the left, toward water there. That's to be avoided off this tee, that's for sure. A good drive that avoids all of that. And then the hole is certainly reachable, but as you can see, water creeps in again, back right on this hole. So just don't get too cavalier here. A 5 wouldn't be the worst score. I know you want better, but believe me, seen many as 6s and 7s racked up here at 12. This is definitely not going down the fairway.
It doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough.
You were saying?
Yeah, that looked
Wow.
like for that quick stuff the whole way, but a little fortunate. And I guess you're allowed that in this game.
Oh, that was close. I thought that was going to kickstart
Pretty
everything.
good all day from this distance. Just trying to take care of business.
Birdie.
Just playing
Still
excellent
good.
golf. 5 under for the tournament. 13th hole here at Wolf Creek, and Frank, anyone can say, oh, I'm going to take this one over the trees, but very few can stand up and say, I'm flying this baby clear over the mountains.
Yeah, if you take the direct route, obviously it's going to be much shorter than the 350 yards that it's measured as a dogleg right. So the direct line.
This is pretty good.
Oh,
Oh, it's hit the path. That is unlucky.
It's going to be a blind tee shot, though. And you're not
That is
quite
incredibly
sure.
unlucky.
Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Stop.
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that. and keep that club moving. That grass is going to be that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance.
That's fine. We'll take the par and move on.
Just a couple of feet.
Nice. Happy with it.
A good solid stroke there. No sign of nerves on that.
Oh.
Frank, describe the layout here at the 14th hole. It's 444
I think the
yards.
fairy tale end is
It is, and it's a beautiful.
unlikely to happen at this point.
It's a hole that keeps bending to the left. There's enough bunkers down the left there to actually take your eye. That's why you've got to fixate on something in the distance that's a much better line than worrying about that wall of sand down the left side.
The approach here at 14, what do you like, Frank?
Well, it's a dogleg right to left, and the green is also shaped that way, Rich, so it suits a draw off the tee. It's going to suit a draw coming in. And that draw you're going to get by virtue of the fairway that slopes from right to left, which encourages that shape of shot. And you should be able to use the natural contours of this green. You work it out, you're going to be rewarded.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good.
Another par on the scorecard.
We'll take par and move on.
And we're not going to get that fairy tale end, guys, but we can certainly get a decent finish.
Frank, just a wedge or a 9-iron?
That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. And
that's terrible.
Price, obviously, if you miss the green on the left down in those bunkers because they're a good 6-7 feet below the level of the green. But with a wedge or a 9-iron, he doesn't go aiming at the flag.
That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick.
It's there. And another birdie for the day.
And yet another birdie, this time inching into the top 5.
Short par.
Well, you never know.
Measures only 393 yards, but Frank, as is the case with pretty much every hole, despite the yardage, there's plenty of trouble.
It does. It plays tricks on the mind's eye here. It looks like it's a dog leg going one way, then back the other way. But really, it's built as a straight hole just across the canyon. And that's the way you've got to play it. I don't think you can drive the green, even the longest hitters at 393 yards. But just a nice drive down there. Take the bunkers on, get it past there. And before you know it, you've got a little wedge in here. And it should set up nicely for a birdie.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green.
I like it.
Shot after shot, right at the flag.
Just dialed in. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Yes! Come on! Well.
Well, Frank needed that birdie. Had to have it.
Now only trailing by 2, Rich.
Frank, you licking your chops here at the par 5, 17th hole?
Oh, why not? A chance to reach a par 5 and 2, but there's still pitfalls in front of you. A little creek or stream runs across the fairway, so really limiting the distance you can hit that tee shot, but it's still reachable from just short of that creek. Find trouble off the tee, then obviously you turn it into a 3 shot.
Okay.
But a good tee shot, and it's too tempting to resist not going for this green.
Just got to go for this, I think. If we get eagle here, you never know what can happen.
Oh, looked like you caught a fly
I went,
right there, Frank.
went an extra club right at the end.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Perfect.
Frank, this is where the mental game really comes into play. You've hit a second consecutive shot into the rough.
This could compound very quickly. So now's a chance to just take a little breath, take a breather, and try to make sure this shot certainly gets out.
Oh, too much.
Crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Well, never mind.
Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
18th hole, and Frank?
We'll be the clubhouse leader, but
Scoring opportunity, short par 4.
Yeah, if you looked at the scorecard, you'd think you could drive this green, but one quick look at the trouble in front and to the right of the screen, and you realize that's probably not the prudent play. Really something 230, 240 yards off the tee in that.
Well, that's very good.
Just a flick wedge into this green. It is a rather narrow green, but from that distance, you'd expect to hit it close.
Oh, my word.
From that distance.
Yeah, just another one added to the card. Big mistake.
So,
well, there it is, our final putt of the series, and it's a birdie, and what a round we've come out with.
Now in second place.
But are we going to get the chance?
Coverage of the final round. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo for EA Sports. We'll see you next week.
And let's see, have we done it? Oh, unlucky in the end. Well, if we'd got eagle on the last hole and eagle on that hole, we would have done it by one shot. But that's the way it happens sometimes. We finished third, which was a terrific achievement, really. And we lead the FedEx Cup standings, which is fantastic as well. And yeah, and that's where we're going to leave it for this series, I think, for reasons we've stated. But it's been a really enjoyable 5 weeks or so playing this game, and you guys have been great in the comments section, and I'm definitely not ruling out bringing this back at any stage. You know, if we've got a bit of a dry patch on the channel for content and stuff, I definitely think we can slot this back in and see how it does. But we'll see how the other content on the channel goes. If something else I'm not enjoying it, or it's not doing so well, then we can bring this back. It's not a permanent goodbye for this series. But for today anyway, if you have enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like down below. It really does help me out. It means a lot to me as well. Subscribe to the channel for daily sports and retro gaming content. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.